All right. So here's the inside of my truck. Got the manual shifter. It is hooked up currently as it was originally with the setup that's not so great as everyone with the 4x Dodge Ram of this vintage knows. The linkage pretty much sucks. Um, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a new linkage, a cleaner setup of a linkage, and install it and show you what I've done uh, in doing that. And you'll need to make some parts, but anyway, I'll show you a sketch of that if you can do it. I know there's other videos out there of people making similar setups for linkages through parts at Home Depot or Ace or something, and those are fine, and those might work well for most of you. Uh, but I wanted something cleaner, uh, more. I don't want to say robust, but something that will certainly not fail. I mean, not the any of those or have a potential to fail, but they are kind of kludgy in themselves. But they're better than the factory. So I'll go ahead and show you what I'm doing, and we can talk more about that down the line. All right. All right. So yeah, that there on center line, and here. All right. So put a piece of blue tape, painter's tape, from the handle down to the base, and I drew a Sharpie line of where the setup is currently. So I'll just cut that so there's it can move, and when I get the new linkage down and assembled, I'll be able to adjust it to where this will line up again, and I'll be where I started essentially. Uh, so this will work as long as you're in too high, right? So if you're in too high, you can do this. You're just driving around and your linkage fell off. Uh, so you can kind of do something similar here if your linkage is flopping around. Just kind of tape it, mark it, cut it of where you want it. But before you cut the tape, go underneath and measure your distance center to center. Like I mentioned, mine's 8 3/8, and this linkage will have an adjustment of an inch either way, in or out. It'll have an adjustment of an inch. So there certainly should be enough adjustment uh, to position this and to get uh, your throw correctly for the transfer case. All right, here we are. We got factory, and then we have custom. So I'm going to go ahead and put in this custom that I, made the connections here as I've shown, and we'll see how it fits. It should be hopefully okay. Never know what you'll find going into it as far as making it and putting it in. There might be some hanging it up, but barring that, it should just bolt right in. Adjust it, tighten the ends so they're locked in, and I'll even hit the grease fittings with a grease gun, and I should be good to go. Anyway, let's go on to the next part of this install. All right. In addition to putting these in, the head bolts here that I'm going to screw in, I'm just going to go ahead and use some thread locker on them so they don't back out and things like that. Anyway, just letting you know up front, I may not be able to show that in the video. I don't know. It's kind of blurry, this camera, or it's just my eyes. Anyway, so it's back and forth. It's nice. Little slop side to side, which is fine. I mean, it's not gonna. It's needs some sort of movement. Um, I put these center nuts on to adjust it in and out. On top of the block nuts on each end. You don't really need these, to be honest, but you do need them on each end, I think. You could do one end, but I think both ends makes it a little more solid. But here it is. Don't have to worry about, hopefully, things coming apart. I did use the blue Loctite on the bolts uh, and stuff because they are tightened down, and that'll just ensure that it doesn't untighten. Uh, but here it is. If I'm not sure if anyone's interested in something like this uh, being made for them, but if I had to do this and sell them, it'd be about $100, let's say. Now, if anyone's interested in that, let me know. But that's about what I think it'd be worth as far as buying all the materials and whatnot. So if you can copy this, I'll put if I haven't put the schematics on for each of the brackets that I made, and if you can do that, then you can go ahead and knock it out yourself. That's awesome. Or you can do the other method of going down to the hardware store. I'm not sure about that one, for me anyway. I wanted something cleaner. So I'll leave a comment on what you think or have any questions. I'll answer them. But this is my fix to the less than desirable linkage that Dodge left us with. Anyway, have a nice day.